This is an extremely rare first English edition of The Praise of Hell, printed in London in 1765. Masquerading as a mock travelogue to the underworld, it served as a scathing critique of religious hypocrisy and political corruption during the height of the Enlightenment. By using the title as a filter, the author excites the curiosity of freethinkers while repelling the conventional, setting a trap for any censor who would try to suppress the work. The mystery of this book lies in its satirical inversion of social order and the mapping of the infernal society. The book's introduction text begins with a brilliant exercise in psychological warfare. In the exordium, the author addresses the clergy directly, imploring them to moderate those transports which agitate you before they condemn him to the stake, simply for the book's title. He points out a stinging hypocrisy, that hell is actually the clergy's dearest delight and the subject of their most serious and sacred meditations. In part 1 and 2, the author argues that hell is the true home of the powerful and the learned. He fearlessly targets the highest levels of the church, listing popes and cardinals as primary inhabitants, and mocks the endless squabbles of religious sectaries. He places the military elite in the 5th place of hell, suggesting their pursuit of violent glory on earth naturally leads them here. Most radically, he claims that in hell there is no distinction with regard to preeminence, presenting a vision of perfect equality that was a dangerous, revolutionary concept in 1765. In a recurring theme, the seat of reason and science, the author presents the underworld as the world's intellectual capital. He describes universities and academies in hell where the damned are free to pursue logic, physics, and metaphysics without the censorship found in earthly institutions. He even notes that astrologers are in discredit there because the inhabitants now see the absolute truth of the universe. In a layered social satire, he introduces a Parliament of Women, subtly suggesting a capacity for self-governance that was entirely suppressed in Georgian-era society. This specific set is a documented witness to this radical skepticism. It is housed in its original full calf leather binding with raised bands and gilt-stamped spine labels. The interior reveals a clear chain of scholarly history, featuring the armorial bookplate of William Pinkerton, Esquire, FSA, a Fellow of the Society of Antiquaries. Despite expected toning and foxing, the text in the engraved frontispiece remain remarkably preserved. As we reach the conclusion on page 232, the author's true intent is revealed. By leading the reader through a satirical imagination of hell, he aims to help them avoid the terrible misfortune of ending up there. He argues that the so-called virtuous society on earth is so full of greed that even the damned look charitable by comparison. This extremely rare 1765 First English edition serves as a primary source for understanding the radical skepticism of the Enlightenment, capturing a moment when satirical wit was used as a weapon against institutional corruption. For the serious curator, this is a strategic cultural investment, a non-replicable artifact that captures the intellectual battles that shaped nations and led to the French Revolution.